call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Clemson Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll leave it with him. Oh, big collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw, it's Denson. Here comes the heat. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll have to put it away for the first time tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away, they did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The sure hands, it's Carr. At the 40, there he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Listen, my job is to poke and prod and find where you're weak. I like it. Get the ball in the perimeter. How are the ends playing the run support? Can I get on the edge and make some big, easy plays early in this ballgame?
And show them a variety of runs that can keep them guessing later on.
No doubt, and I'm making memory of all this stuff. Did it work? What were they in? Can I get back to this later?
The screen, he's got wheels. There he goes. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Canes moving quickly to the line. Wilson will throw. Rushes on him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to pass. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a grab. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and goal situation.
They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, Hurricane! Great job by the back on the option.
What a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he fights his way forward, gets away from 1, but not much doing on that one.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
So now it's second and long. Dropping back, it's Denson. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. This offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen them the last couple weeks.
Now this offense facing a third and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength.
Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Caught behind the line. It's Carr. At the 35, he's got room. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
They're going to run it. To the 10. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Football 7.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it on first and goal. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all. But no surprise, when you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, it's Denson. A little screen to the running back. At the 35, he's open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Fighting off the defender. At the 20, he's got space. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
And how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football, good balance, seeing where he needed to go with the football, finishing the run. He gets knocked out of bounds, but how about this offense set up now on 1st and goal?
Motion from the wide receiver. He'll pull it on the read. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
And goal from the 5. The offense is still out there. This epitomizes confidence. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Clemson. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire, and that linebacker showed that there.
Wilson to pass. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you know, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
And the Canes will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Using his feet to buy time. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Still running at the 40. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage, too.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on.
Turning it on. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. We've put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
Here we go.
Quarterback looks for a little space. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
They could make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He'll keep it himself. Creates a little space. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson 1st down.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the 2nd level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The receiver on the jet sweep. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That is an incredible job by the defense to stop that receiver in particular on that jet sweep. This is one of the fastest guys in college football, period. So for the fact that the defense was able to corral him and get him down and limit him, that was pretty impressive.
Running back searching for a hole. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. And the Hurricanes want to move quickly.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability, too.
stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wilson will throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. The screen, and watch out. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Got a man, it's Adams. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20. And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Kane. He's got him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Canes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal.
42 Spider.
Motion from the wideout. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Tight end now in motion. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Now they'll try the right side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Denson. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. The Hurricanes with an absolute gift to start this drive with goal to go. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offense...
And it's blocked. Still on his feet. And remember, he can return it. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown.
Clemson.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw, it's Denson. Caught over the middle, it's Smith. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. Clemson is quick to the line. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. DB's right up on the receivers. Trying to burn this defensive back. Brings it down on the right side. Hits the crease. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Keeps it on the draw. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with second and short.
Here we go, here we go.
Scanning the field, it's Kane. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? The give is to Smith. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Under fire. Nice move there. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Ball was loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself a chance, but you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number 1. He wasn't able to do that.
The Canes are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. A quarterback sneak on second down. The only thing I can think of is he thought he'd catch them napping. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Tigers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless. Those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
And the Canes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Kick is in the air. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They botched a scoring opportunity the last time they had it, fumbling inside the 20, and now a chance to put up something here. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Behind the chains now on second and long. To the air. It's Denson. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Breaks into the open. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the...
Going for the big play. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
This defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Backed up now, here's second and long. He'll do it himself. Got the first down, looking for more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Clemson has always loved these quarterbacks who can put pressure on defenses by running the football.
No doubt. And, man, it's such an advantage to have guys that are elusive and electric that can get outside, and you got a back going one way, a quarterback going the other way. Really stretches your defense. And Clemson has been ahead of the curve, and they've been on this for a long time.
And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Right back to the well. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. To the air, it's Denson. Working that left side now. He'll be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point try fails, and the lead remains 10.
Miami 30, Clemson 20.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. With jet sweep pass. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And the Canes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. There he goes. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Touchdown, Canes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. This has been a staple of the offense in Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Denson. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. They'll send the back in motion. Now on the option. He'll toss it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Miami.
The Hurricanes line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. Wilson to pass. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. Got the first down and more. Finally out of bounds at the 21-yard line after the big run.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll give it to him again. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
And the Hurricanes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They go to the ground. Plows through the defense. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Takes the handoff. It's Lyle. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Wilson will throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Miami! And the route is on. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas is in front. They've played awfully well today in DKR. And while there's no Ricky Williams or Earl Campbell out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 10 over Tennessee. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He turns it loose to the left. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Hurricane! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Jet sweep to the receiver. Oh, he's got some space. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
We know this quarterback has a ton of speed, and they were able to have success on that jet sweep play. Maybe down the road you might see the quarterback pull the football, keep it himself, and really keep this defense on their heels.
And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Here's the handoff. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Looking for a man. It's Denson. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got it. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, Dave, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And it's so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
They'll give it to the back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Brown has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Corrals it at the 45. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Looking for space. It's Rice. Breaks into the open. Finds a little space. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Wilson to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Canes will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They punted away on 4th down. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Off the play fake on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting.
Unloads it downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and
converts on fourth down, and he's still going. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Denson. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
No harder position to play in the ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Pulls it in, it's Rodgers. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And this game is obviously out of hand. Yeah, but I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the pass is incomplete on fourth down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to fire on second down. Oh, they're after him. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Both of these